Okay. I should have referred to my notes. I have made a minor mistake. It's only because I like to get my facts right that I'm going to correct it. The Robin Stoddart who worked for The Guardian was 77 when he died in 2012. This means that he was neither of the child immigrants I have found. He was not the Robin Stoddart who entered aged 6 in 1937, which, for God's sake, let me get it right this time, was from New York. And he was not the Robin Minto Stoddart, who immigrated from Durban in 1948, aged 3. So I've got that out of the way. He was neither of the immigrants I found, but he still was not born in the UK, so I don't know where he came from. Doesn't matter, I suppose. Just a little correction there. I've just read his St. Beggian's obituary again, and it seems he too had an interest in engineering, which does potentially, particularly as he was supposedly born in Teesdale, where my father worked for a while, it potentially links him to a building firm. And I'm going to guess at McAlpines in Hemel Hempstead. Actually, I was coming to Robin Minto Stoddart, and it's quite easy for me to mix the two up. Robin Minto Stoddart does fit the Durban entry perfectly. He was 70 when he died last year, and I have a Robin Stoddart entering age 3 in 1948. In other words, he was born in 1945. Looks perfect to me. And I was afraid I would get the two of them mixed up. I'm hoping that doesn't matter very much. I don't want to appear as someone who habitually gets her facts wrong through not blooming checking her notes. My memory is somewhat distracted at the moment. It's my lungs are deteriorating. Right, okay. I am now on the 4th Robin Stoddart, in whom I have a great interest, and I am becoming very interested in the 5th. Be warned, Robin Stoddart, born in Wincanton. I'm coming after you if I don't die first. Okay, Robin Minto Stoddart. I'm speaking ill of the dead. In case anyone hadn't noticed, I've done it a lot. Right, I tracked this guy across Facebook, which is an incredibly easy thing to do, or at least it was. Cut a long story short, he turned up in Maidstone. I did this in 2013, actually. He was friends with a pub in Yalding, the name of which does escape me at the moment. And there were other people who were friends with that pub in Yalding, near Maidstone, who interested me. So, no one else would do this, I know. On a hunch, because these people were together in this place, Yalding, I googled murder in Yalding, and up came a woman named Cheryl Davey, who died aged 54, face down in a field. A year later, no one was able to establish at her inquest what she had died of. She had parked a car outside a gate to the field, and presumably climbed the gate since it was locked. Then, at some point, she had discarded her shoes before, as I say, dying face down in the field. Her shoes were near her body, as was her bag. Her body was covered in assorted marks, which could have been indicative of hypothermia, but apparently didn't quite fit the bill, because there were two other fairly major indications that were not there. Well, I found her simply because I was interested in yet another Robin Stoddart, for various reasons. And, of course, her death reminds you of Fiona's, because no known cause ever found. They weren't actually sure whether there was foul play or not. Now, if I had any reason to be even more interested in Cheryl Davy, it would appear that she died on the 30th of April. And the 30th of April is, forgive my pronunciation, Walpurgisnacht. It's a witches' festival. Oh, and Cheryl Davy died on the 30th of April, as far as we can tell, in 2012. The Robin Stoddart of The Guardian, different Robin Stoddart, but I've talked a great deal about him now, died in the August of 2012. The obituary seems to have been altered slightly. I'm reasonably certain it was the August. In other words, she died near one Robin Stoddart in the same year as my guardian, Robin Stoddart. I'm sorry, but this brings me back to the possibility of a dying man in this satanic circle, sacrificing someone to lead him wherever he's going after death. And I don't care anymore how crazy that might sound, because a lot of what I'm saying would sound crazy to most people.